Okay, recording is on. Thank you very much for reminding me. Okay, all right. So today's topic, I actually chose the title "No More Dieting." Okay, how do I make myself float? It's a new feature. I think it's under advanced sharing, where you can choose slides to be your background. Okay, so basically, um, who here have tried dieting before? You can raise your hand, or you can just click yes, or you can type one in the chat group, or you can even type what diet you tried before. Yes, Sadia tried. Farid also
Me,
tried
I tried tea diet.
tea diet. Oh my gosh. Faris, Liana, Abdurrahman, Rina. Rosanna never diet. Lucky you. Liana tried fruity diet. Interesting. Rina tried 80. I don't know what eat diet is. Azhar tried before. Really tried Cambridge diet. Wow. This one only for educated people lah. Go Cambridge then can diet lah. Oh, DI diet. DI eat that. I see. Okay. Lady is fasting. Fasting different. Fasting is Ramadan, right? Not counted. Dr. Nadia tried keto. Okay, interesting. Azhar also tried keto. Oh, very nice. Never diet. Poo diet. Oh no, that's not nice. Living tea. Oh, all right. Okay, so let me move on to the topic of dieting, right? What is a diet? Intermittent fasting is a form of dieting. That's right. But not the Ramadan fasting, because that one's different, right? So what is a diet? A diet, as defined by the Oxford Dictionary, right, is a special course of food to which a person restricts themselves either to lose weight or for medical reasons. Okay. Wow, Faris tried dry breast chicken, potatoes, and salad for 3 months. Wow, no joke, huh? So, so for those of you who tried diet, it's true, right? It is actually a special course of food where you have to restrict a lot of food that you used to like, and then yeah, why you dieting? Because to lose weight. Am I right? For majority of you, is to lose weight, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, some people may choose to diet for medical reasons, like maybe because they have diabetes, or maybe because they have epilepsy or cholesterol, things like that. But generally, majority will be to lose weight. And it's interesting because most of you who wrote that you went through the diet, um, I think most of you actually did the most popular diets. Okay, which I shall go on in the next page. The common types of diet, or at least the popular diets that is of 2020. Do you all know what? Okay, never mind. I just go straight lah. So I saw some of you tried keto, right? Yes, keto is a very popular diet in 2020, and also been popular for some time now. Yeah, let me see. So what happens in keto, right? Anybody here tried keto before? I think Azahar tried keto, Dr. Nadia tried keto. Do you all know what keto is about?
Can I explain?
Who's that?
Rosiani, can I explain?
You want to explain, or you want me to explain?
No, I want you to explain.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Azahar mentioned is high protein content in diet. Yeah, it's sort of true, but not totally. Not totally. Um, okay. Fatma mentioned no carbs. Yes, there's a component of it, but also not totally. So it's very interesting that we've all heard of keto, but we didn't know what keto is about. Really. But then also there are also slight variations or definition to the keto diet. So this gives you a very simple illustration of the keto diet. The first level that you need to understand is no carbo, as you can see, no bread, no sugar, no milk, no rice, no corn, no beans, no potatoes. Okay, generally, no carbs lah. Okay, generally, right? And Dr. Andia also is correct. There's also a high fat component. Okay, other than carbo alone, you also have a high fat component. But also not just any fat. You don't just anyhow eat. What do you call it? Any fat that you see, but basically they focus more on natural fat, not the added fat. Natural fat that comes from, for example, if you see the picture in the next, the base of the pyramid, right? Natural fat from avocado, from coconut. So you have the coconut oil, you have the olive oil, you also have eggs, chicken, meat, salmon, even bacon. So you are allowed to take fat that is like natural, that is not added, not just from the plants, but also from the animal. So as long as it's natural fat, you can take it. And some keto diet, they even talk about taking bone broth, where it's a bit like soup tulang but without all the sugar. But basically, it's like you cook the bone, the because the bone has a lot of marrow, and the marrow has a lot of fat, and basically you create a broth from that, and that broth is also quite a powerful uh, fat kind of meal, fatty meal. Okay, and the rest you're supposed to take less of. You're supposed to take less of vegetables. Try to take more of the oily vegetables, if there are any, and then very little fruits and berries. Okay. So the whole idea of keto diet is um, basically for us, for our body to produce make use of put from glucose production to ketones, correct? And basically you will train your body to burn the fat. By eating fat, it burns the fat. Okay, so I did not explain in detail, but basically, generally in layman's term, that's what it's about. Now, this diet is popular. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's quite effective. However, the challenge is, can most people survive without those at the bottom, all those that are banned? And can you also survive by eating a lot of fats? So definitely it is challenging. Keto food diet is challenging because it is not everyone can follow, and sometimes even if you try to follow, like some of you even not sure whether is this more of no carbo, or whether is it more of high protein, or whether is it more high fat. And then sometimes some people may not be sure, they may end up eating more of the wrong fat instead of the healthy fat. So if they do it wrongly, then they may end up with the wrong things as well. Okay, so keto diet is effective. There are also studies to show about keto diet, but then it is not so easy and may not match everyone. And it's not as easy as for you to just refer and then you know what to eat. So it's not so straightforward. But if you follow the general rules of the no carbs, high oil, high fat, and high protein, generally you should be okay. But then again, then there are the other issue of sustainability, whether you can sustain this kind of diet. Yeah, so Dr. Nadia shared that after leaving keto and switching to carbs, I gained more weight. That's an interesting observation. So it is later I'll touch on why a lot of this diet, once you stop, right, you actually end up with yo-yo. Okay, so Dr. Nadia even gained more weight after stopping this and then going back to carbs. Next, so somebody asked, is intermittent fasting a form of diet? Yes, it is, because you are looking at restricting your intake, restricting your calories. Anybody here have tried intermittent fasting? Ramadan not counted, huh? Intermittent fasting. Who here have tried intermittent fasting? So Azahar and Sharon have tried. Oh, Nora also tried. Natasha, Dr. Nadia also tried. Oh, you tried a lot of diets already, huh, Nadia? Mm. So anybody want to share your what is intermittent fasting? Or you can share your experience with intermittent fasting while I explain to most people. All right. So basically, as the number or as the picture suggests, right, is basically you have a certain period of fast followed by a certain period where you can eat. You're allowed to eat. Okay. Um, Hana said your contractor tried, but I observed still don't look lean at some obvious areas. Yes. So Dr. Nadia mentioned eating window 16:8. So this actually there are a few different types of intermittent fasting, but the most popular one is the window 16:8, where 16 hours you don't uh 16 hours you don't eat, and then 8 hours you are only allowed to eat. So within 24 hours, you can eat within 8 hours. So generally most people will not eat. Let's say they only eat between 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then after that you don't eat lah. So that's a 16-hour fast, right? Uh, then you got it. Yeah. So generally you can still eat lunch and dinner. Okay. So for intermittent fasting you can eat lunch because there's 12 p.m. and then you finish your dinner before 8 p.m. So the whole idea of intermittent fasting. So generally people skip breakfast lah. In essence. So generally intermittent fasting the idea is one is you reduce your overall calories. You reduce your overall calories. So Azhar said it works but get tired after a long duration. You mean you feel tired or you think you get tired of it, of the diet? Vina says stop eating after 6 p.m. That's also a good way. Yeah, Azhar say tired of the diet. Yeah, I also tried this diet before because you get tired of it because sometimes your friend asks you out for brunch or breakfast or your family want to go out for breakfast, then you cannot eat, right? So can be a bit challenging. Diana said she had a friend who did keto and intermittent fasting, slim but ballooned after she stops keto. Yeah, so this yo-yo is a real problem, you know. So intermittent fasting, there's also other types. Other types would be there's a longer fast, so you can also do a 20-hour fast and 4-hour window. And there are some people who do 24-hour fast, meaning some of them just drink water only. So during these fasting hours, they are allowed to drink water. They are allowed to drink coffee, tea, as long as there's no sugar and no milk, right? So if you there's a documentary about water fast. So those more extreme, they actually go through 24 hours of no food except just water, and some of them do this for many days, which can be quite dangerous lah. So some of them do this in particular camps or something where or retreat, where basically they have people look out for them in case they are unwell or you know not they're falling sick. So that's extreme water fast and 24-hour fast. Okay, so it's good that many of you have experienced or even heard of this. So this is also very popular. There's also a lot of studies to show that this works. It's actually very effective. Um, no, Rina. So coffee. Yeah, you can take coffee on an empty stomach if you want to. If you don't want, it's just water. You can just drink water in this intermittent fasting. Okay, so also, like I said, there are also studies to show that it's effective. I'm not saying that it's not effective. It's just that the question is whether you are able to stick to this. You know, so that's the other challenge. So there are many books and studies talking about intermittent fasting. The only question is whether you're able to stick to it, lah. Right? So generally, the whole idea is that when you fast, your body will start to actually make use of your fat, start burning your fat, not just burning your sugar. and there's also other benefits as well. Yes, so Dr. Jason Fung actually wrote a book called The Obesity Code, which talks about intermittent fasting. Yes, so coffee contains caffeine and dehydrates the skin. After burn fat, burn what? I don't know what your question is, Lana. After burn fat, burn what? After burn fat, burn sugar, burn muscle? No lah, usually we have enough fat lah. Okay, so that's we already covered two types of diet, keto and intermittent fasting. Wow. So maybe next time Nadia can talk about diets. Experience. This diet, also many people go through it, and this is one of the popular diets for this year. And I think Faris mentioned that he also went through a diet, and this is similar. I would say this is what Faris went through, lah, which is basically clean eating. Have you all heard of clean eating or talk about clean eating or experience it? Or you all don't know? Okay, so basically clean eating, right? This is the summary of clean eating lah. I mean, as the name suggests, clean eating, right? So you talk about real food, bodybuilder diet, different. Sure, bodybuilder diet different. That one even more chicken breast. But yeah, sometimes when the bodybuilder want to eat, when trying to cut or slim down, right? They do clean eating because they want to cut the fat and shred. Okay, so real food exists in nature, so as long as it's natural, not processed, okay, then eat more raw plants. So even the fruit and vegetable also not so, what do you call that, not so cooked, organic if you can, hormone and antibiotic free of food additives. Drink pure water. So luckily we have EcoSphere water, right? Less processed junk. Fresh is best. Less animal products. Opt for natural sweeteners, like stevia. More plant protein. So they focus a lot more on plant-based foods as opposed to meat. Avoid endocrine disruptors. Take the fluoride out. Use glass. Well, they say use glass or stainless steel because it's for the environment. Okay, and quality over quantity. So you eat high quality food, high quality calories over the amount of calories or over quantity. Okay, so yes, so like Shura said, it could be a bodybuilder diet. And the thing about bodybuilders is a lot of them has very strong discipline. Every time I see a bodybuilder eat their diet food, right, I get a bit turned off because it's usually very bland and very minimal. And I respect them for their discipline, because I always find it very challenging and off-putting to see the very bland food. That's for me lah. So I mean, we are only humans, right? So we want to have uh, some taste lah, right? Okay. Next, another popular one, low carb diet. Anybody? These are the top diets for this year. Who tried the low carb diet before? Or no carb? Who here have tried low carb or no carb diet? That means the focus is just low or no carb lah. Sharon tried. Farid tried a week only. Why a week only? What happened? Sadia also tried. I love bread. Actually, all this diet I share with you, I also tried. I tried all. That's why I know. Oh no, Wani said someone I know tried this, but she ended up in hospital. Must find out what she did. Maybe overdid it. Yeah. So Rosanna said just eat less carbs all the time. Yeah, I don't think you're doing that diet lah. That one is different. My mate make good chia seed bread. So Amy said no carb will cause body odor and bad breath. Yeah, I think that's a part of the side effect of keto diet. So you have a ketone breath. That's why you have a bit of body bad breath and body odor. So it's the ketones that come out that is produced by the body. Really say no carbs make one angry. Hangry lah, hangry. Yeah, yeah. I also tried this. Then I find that also very challenging lah because sometimes I love my bread, or sometimes I want to eat rice, sometimes I want to eat pasta, or sometimes I just want to have some dessert, right? So it's really nice to see the interaction in the group chat because everyone is so excited about this diet, the diet topic, right? And a lot of times also you all actually have experienced it. So Natasha, no, no carbs is about the same as keto. No, it's not the same. So basically, just now I mentioned keto. There's a other component which is no, keto is not low carb. Keto is no carbs, and also keto you need to have high fat. You need to have high natural fat. So those are the two main components, and less fiber. Yeah. So those are the key things for keto diet. So keto is a bit more complicated. Okay, all right. So I get everyone excited already talking about these diets. So the topic is no more dieting, right? Because we all after listening to everyone here, after seeing the popular diets, there are a few key things that we realize that are similar in all of these diets. So what is the problem with dieting? So based on the study, 95% of dieters regain their lost weight. 95%. That's a lot of people, right? And that's within 1 to 5 years. Okay. So if majority of people gain weight, they gain their lost weight within 1 to 5 years, and some even more, they gain even more than what they lost. And next, right, there's this concept of yo-yo diet. What is yo-yo diet? Yo-yo diet is where so if you regain, right, regaining is just one component. That means if you, let's say you diet and then you stop, you regain the weight. But yo-yo is when you diet and then you stop, then you regain, and then you diet again, then you lose, and then you stop, then you gain again, and then you repeat this process over and over again. So yo-yo lah, because yo-yo is up and down. One time is not yo-yo, but you do it a few times is a yo-yo diet because you keep losing, you keep gaining, keep losing, you keep gaining. So that's why a lot of people actually give up because it's like so everything so difficult, right? So what happens when you do this? It may have a negative effects on your health. For example, even increased risk of heart disease, and may have long-lasting negative impacts on metabolism. And most of like what you all mentioned, majority of you mentioned, it is difficult to sustain long term. Am I right? I mean, most of you who have tried the diets, majority already said that it's a bit challenging to continue to maintain this long term. So some of you only tried 1 week, some only tried 1 month, some only tried a few months. So not many of us is able to maintain it more than a few months perhaps. Only some people may have. And then yes, so just now Willie mentioned angry, right? When there's no carbo you feel angry. I put there hangry because when you're hungry and angry you get hangry. So a lot of times people who go through diet, uh, because you are restricting yourself, especially of the foods that you enjoy, then you end up like angry because there's a lot of force or repressed emotions, so that's make it worse, angry. And there's also the risk of lack of nutrition. Okay, if you look at it, for example, like the keto diet, you don't really take a lot of fruit or vegetable, so you definitely will lack nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. So you may have even problems like constipation, um, and vitamins and minerals as well. And then if you look at intermittent fasting, you only have 2 meals. So you have less calories, but also you have less food intake. So of course you won't have as much nutrition as somebody who takes 3 meals a day. Then there's also like low carb. So low carb is not so bad, but of course sometimes you may also have low sugar because of not enough carbs. So sometimes you feel tired and all that. Okay. So this is the problem with dieting, right? So this whole concept of dieting. Then that is why I want to talk about this topic where no more dieting. Okay. I also need to stop saying that I'm on a diet. Actually, it's not a diet. Okay. So basically, the other problem, who here agree, especially most of us Singaporeans here, the other problem with dieting is because we live in Singapore. Am I right? We live in Singapore, so we love our food too much. Who, or I look at this picture, I'm hungry already. So who here feels the same way as me? Who here also likes the if you're Singaporean, yes, I love this food collage because it has a lot of my favorite food. Who here got your favorite food inside? My favorite food here is nasi lemak. Yes, Sadia, otak-otak. Wow, see now everybody excited already. Start to chat more. Roja. Sharon, everything. Wow. I like the it's biryani. Oh, biryani. Shouldn't like biryani. Azahar like chicken rice. Lopez. We live to eat or eat to live. So the other thing is we are Singaporean. We live in a food paradise, right? And we still have temptations. So that is why diet becomes very difficult because this is everywhere, and not just physically everywhere, but even online. It's like especially when you are on a diet, right? Suddenly, all the best restaurant all start to show on your social media. Suddenly, all your friends post about food. Suddenly, everything you see on your Facebook is food. Yes, Vina said everything is moderation. You're right. So the key thing is not to go on a diet. So the solution is you want to look for something that is sustainable, simple, no starving, no rebound, right? Because we don't the yo-yo, and no strenuous exercise required. So the whole idea is no more dieting because dieting is about restricting, um, really like I would say so extreme that that you end up angry, you end up frustrated, stressed, and then sometimes you after you finish the diet already, you just let go like I want to eat everything that I couldn't eat, so there's a lot of mental component to it as well. So instead of dieting, you want to have a lifestyle transformation. Okay, repeat after me, type in the chat. No more dieting is about lifestyle transformation. Lifestyle transformation. That is the key. So we do not talk about dieting anymore. Okay? So lifestyle transformation is the key. So I want you all to add whatever you learned today, at least you remember this word, this term, lifestyle transformation. No more dieting. Right? Okay, so far so good. You guys doing okay?
Yes.
So cute your yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to before I reveal the solution or go into the details, I want to talk a bit more about why do you need to lose weight? Because sometimes I meet people and they say that, but I'm fat and healthy, right? Uh, have you, or do you, if any of you here feel that you are fat and healthy, please say yes. Or do you know friends who have told you before that they are fat but they're healthy? Please say yes. Because some of them will say, I'm fat, but I'm healthy. I got no disease. I'm happy, and I don't need to lose weight. I got no diabetes, no blood pressure, and I can see I can still do my yoga. I can still, do my split. I can still carry weights, that kind of thing. I can still cycle. So now a lot of people are cycling. I can still cycling. Oops, your husband said yes. Is your husband watching? Azhar said only for short term. Who knows? Rina, voluptuous and healthy. Who's voluptuous? You are. Then there's another group. There's another group of people who is skinny. Just like this photo. Have you seen people like this? They are skinny, When you look at them, their arms are skinny. You can see the neck. Their legs are small, thin, but the tummy is big. Shouldn't. Looks like you? No. Oh, me also? Oh, no. Wow, you're all so honest, ah. I love it. I love your honesty, man. Abdurrahman also. Wow, you guys, I love you guys, man. Everybody's so honest. But this is what we call skinny fat. So we don't want to be fat, okay? We don't want to be skinny fat as well. So how do we know which category we are? So we must understand first before we can even look at whether we need to lose weight safely and healthily. So do we need to lose weight? So the problems with obesity. So for especially for those who tell you I'm fat, but I'm very happy. I am very proud of my body. I'm not worried about my shape, and I don't have blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I don't have a lot of things lah. That means no diseases okay. But there are this 100% guaranteed that you will have health problems even if you don't have now. Okay, this is very very true. I've seen it so many times. And I'm not here to talk about body shaming. We're not body shaming, but it is more about health. We love everyone equally. Well, no matter what your shape is, because I've also been fat and I still love myself. So the idea is for us to understand that there are health issues with obesity. That's why we need to take control. So things like diabetes, definitely very very highly linked to obesity. And if you're obese and you're pregnant, so many complications, like high blood pressure, spontaneous abortion, risk of infection, less chances of normal delivery, chances of getting diabetes during pregnancy. So it's like you want to have a child, but then it's because of your obesity, it's causing a lot of problems during your pregnancy. Of course, can affect your cholesterol. It can delay wound healing. If let's say you get a cut, and we've seen this so many times, sometimes they get a cut in the foot and they take so long to heal, and you are prone to repeated skin infection. So it's not very nice. Gastrointestinal problems. You always have heartburn, acidity, liver injury like fatty liver. You also have risk of having gallstones, risk of hernias, heart problem, high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, heart failure, increased chances of stroke. Even male problem cannot stand up. Really, it's a real problem, and also have difficulty in conceiving. The fertility is really affected. And then lungs, you also difficult to breathe. You difficult to risk of asthma, increases for pulmonary embolism, musculoskeletal problem, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, low back pain. Back pain here, joint pain here. Yes, Lena, gynae problem is real. Sleep apnea is where you actually stop breathing during your sleep. It's a real problem. Yes, Rina, erectile dysfunction, highlighting. Yes, gynae problem is real, and I'm seeing so many more couples with these problems. And don't forget, last but definitely not least, the cancer risk. Cancer risk is real. Can you see here? Cancer risk is real. Breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, esophageal cancer, stomach cancer, kidney, liver. Basically, you have fat, right? You actually have increased risk of cancer already. All right. So we cannot say that we're healthy. All right. It is a chronic disease itself. Sadia, you're right. There are younger and younger people who are diagnosed with cancer. It's very, very scary. So we have a lot of work to be done to what do you call it? Educate our friends. Yes, Liana. So scary, right? So sad. So we have a big mission to really reach out and help as many people as possible control their body fat. So for the obesity, right, we don't just look, we the most easiest thing is we look at BMI. So BMI is basically weight over height times height. So for those who are more than 23, you're overweight. For those that are more than 27.4, you're obese. So the higher the BMI, the higher the risk for all those below above mentioned. And then also, BMI alone may not be enough. Because if you see here, they both have the same BMI. They are the same height and the same weight. But obviously, the guy on your right is definitely healthier and fitter, right, than the guy on your left, right? So is BMI alone may not be enough. Yeah, classified obese by his muscular. So you have to look at other components, which is your body fat percentage, your body circumference or your body measurements, and also the biophotonic scanner. So you need to have an overall approach to this assessment and not just weight alone. So the body fat, for those of you who have not done the Carrara scan, you can actually check your body fat percentage. For women, should be less than 30. For men, should be less than 20 for your ideal body fat percentage. And the visceral fat should be less than, I would say, to be safe, less than 7, but definitely less than 9. And what's visceral fat? Okay, so just now I mentioned, right, about you can be thin but still carry dangerous visceral fat. So see the thin here, just not the skinny fat, right? You see the arms very skinny, but the fat so much in the tummy. And this is alone is dangerous. And we have seen so many who are skinny but have high visceral fat. And then on your right here, you can see obviously overall fat, but also the visceral fat. There's visceral fat, so must check as well and must keep it down. And what happens is the visceral fat affect your organs. So your heart, you see, how can your organs breathe when they have so much fat? And your liver, you see the whole liver is full of fat. So you can imagine your organs cannot function as well as before. And yeah, just the visceral fat alone can have all these very similar to the condition that is affected by obesity. Yes, Wani, the hardest to get rid of is so true, so true. But then thankfully we have the solution. And also, fat, the same amount, same weight of fat, right, is bigger than the muscle. Fat looks 3 times bigger than muscle. So sometimes when you lose weight only, right, but you don't lose fat, you don't look like it because you don't lose fat. So your body shape is the same. But when you lose fat and maintain the lean muscle, you actually, people can see you lose weight because your body shape has changed. So even though maybe people say, hey, only lose 2 kilo, but then the body shape has a big change because you are losing more fat. And that's what we want, not just by losing the fat. Okay, so just some so I cover this one, too ugly already. So the ideal is of course below 20 for men, and for women below 30. So what's the solution? Remember we are talking about now that we know how to measure. So what's the solution? Remember we're looking for something sustainable, something simple. Because if you have to calculate calories, you have to count, and you have to buy this, buy that. There's so many things, right? Then it might be difficult for people to do. You don't want to starve because hungry, right? You don't be hungry, and you don't want to rebound. You don't need to come back, especially worse if it's yo-yo again and again and again. And you don't want to rely on strenuous exercises. Um, yeah, lah, because some people cannot exercise too much, or sometimes maybe the time is a challenge, or you just want to make it simple for everyone to follow. And remember, just now I say, no more dieting, lifestyle transformation. So the solution that we have is actually called a system called HLOC TR90 because it is the only system that covers these three areas. The innovative products, a simple eating plan, and an active lifestyle. Okay, so I want to reinforce because we are talking about dieting, right? But then how come I'm introducing innovative products and active lifestyle? Because why we find it so difficult to change our food is because of our appetite. It is our appetite. That is the one that is the number one challenge for most of us. That's why it's very hard for us to do a lifestyle transformation. At the same time, we also need something that can make it easier and faster for us to go through the lifestyle transformation. Because when we can achieve it faster and easier, will it be more likely for us to maintain? Definitely, right? We want to be able to sustain it. That's why it must be faster and simpler. So that's why the supplements become very important. So the supplements helps you with a positive mood because remember we talk about hungry, right? You're angry when you're hungry, but when you're on the supplements, it helps to reset your appetite at the genetic level, so you have a positive mood, actually happy, and you have the willpower is easier because, for example, let's say just now we say, oh, I love nasi lemak, I love otak-otak, but then when you take the 1090 program, you once you reset your appetite center by looking at the otak-otak, your craving and your desire to eat it is not may not be as strong as before taking the supplement. Then it will make your job so much easier because then you don't have to rely on sheer discipline and willpower, and yet your willpower becomes easier to follow, right? Especially for those who already experience this program, right? This is a very very important key component. Now the other two components are also very important because after you already control your appetite, you also want to make sure your body composition is done properly, because when you increase the muscle and you burn the fat, then you are able to maintain, you are able to sustain that fat burning ability. Okay, so I say that again. Basically, you need the lean muscle to be maintained, to be improved, and for the fat burning or fat loss to be increased. Then you make it easier for you to maintain. Okay, that's the key important point after already changing your eating habits and your appetite. Okay, got it? No, anybody got any questions to ask about the innovative products? Why it becomes very important? And remember, it is just a 90-day program. It is not something that you need to take for a long time. No, it's just to help you to kickstart your lifestyle transformation. So there's no need for dieting because you actually be able to maintain it. Yes, Kak Ujah said modern people need extra help with innovative products. Yes, because we're all modern people and we all have the same challenges and uh, the same things that we face lah. And the eating plan is so simple. Oh my god, I never seen an eating plan so simple. Everybody have your hands, right? So all you need to do is when you look at your hand, your carbo is just a cup hand. Okay, your protecting food or your fruit and vegetable is an open hand. Your meat protein is one fist. Your non-meat protein is one fist. That's it. Very simple. Yes, Azhar, positive mood willpower can help with the lack of self-discipline. You know why? Because self-discipline actually comes from that strong craving and desire. Oh, Nasrullah tried the program before and now still practicing it. Nice. So if you look at this, right, this is not a diet. Okay, lah, although they put that diet, I covered it. It is a simple eating plan. Okay, it is a simple eating plan. And if you look at it, that's why there are congratulations to those with big fists. And if you look at it, right, if you look at this plate, there's a lot of food on it. And you're supposed to take this 3 times a day. So this is not dieting. There is no dieting. This is just eating the right type of food. And with the supplement, it makes it so much easier to stick to it and maintain it. All right. Remember, lifestyle transformation. And it can be very, very yummy. You see all this food. You know, sometimes you say, I think healthy food is not nice or not attractive. So you see, like the overnight oats, wow, I'm actually salivating looking at this food. Uh, and you see on top is just the roasted chicken with some rice and a combination of veggies. It looks good. And I'm salivating, I'm swallowing my saliva. So yummy. Okay. And then you have like no chicken, brown rice, broccoli. You have meat once in a while with vegetable, kale, corn. Wow, this is very it's very appetizing. And this is a poke bowl where you have avocado, salmon, carrots. Yeah, so colorful, no? I mean, you compare to the diets, huh? You compare this to the diet, the first 4 diet I talked to you about. Very not so easy, not so easy. Whereas this one is so much simpler. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still celebrating. Sorry, because I'm the one who choose this food. I choose all the nice food, and this is all you're supposed to eat, and it's good. And I just one of my clients, she's actually Machi in 60s, and she is so before this and she got diabetes, she got high blood pressure. She find it so difficult to change her food, but ever since she started, right, when she showed me the food, she even showed me wow, she can know how to eat properly now. She's eating less rice, more protein, more fruit and vegetable, and she's no longer snacking. And this is a lady who's in her 60s who for decades has been eating unhealthy food. And in 1 2 weeks, she was able to transform very easily. Azahar asked, have to prepare on your own these meals? No, Azahar, all this food, not all lah. Some of them you can even buy. I can advise you where to buy. And they are halal also. Easily available. If you want to prepare, of course, even easier lah and better lah. And simple to prepare. Right, that's right. Healthy food can be delicious too. So remember, no need to diet. No more dieting. Lifestyle transformation. And last but not least, because you want to lose weight, definitely advisable to have the right exercise. And what's the right exercise? No strenuous exercises. You can do it right at home. I know some of you apply for gym but never go, right? So no need. You can just do it at home. Daily activities, even like housework and shopping, also can just keep moving. So some examples. So with the program, you actually can improve chronic diseases because we cannot say cure. But then when you actually address the problem, which is fat and muscle composition, you will improve a lot of chronic diseases. So like Mr. Iwan, he did it 2 years ago and now he can still maintain a healthy sugar level. Natasha asks, is standing long hours considered exercise? Unfortunately, no. But standing is better than sitting. But try to move because if you're standing too long, there are also problems of your they call it like blood clot or water retention. So try to move around more, or you can try to do like tiptoe exercises because when you do tiptoe exercises, you actually activate your calves and that pumps blood to the rest of your body, and also you minimize blood clot and also uh, do some exercise lah, pumping the blood all over. So standing not advisable, but standing is better than sitting lah. Okay, so try your best to at least move around. Don't just stand. Oh, Wani. So Wani is also here. So she's the one who said very difficult to reduce visceral fat, but you can see definitely a real transformation, lifestyle transformation, and especially for very busy people, right? For most of us, we're all busy. Then Cik Fatima, who have tried so many different methods, like most of you here all tried, don't know what diet, this diet or that diet. She also tried many methods, so difficult to maintain, and was so difficult to maintain. But now with 1090, so much easier, and she's happy. Don't have hangry, don't have stress. See, 10 kilo loss and 7 kilo is fat. Okay, and that's important because you want to lose the fat. And even young, doesn't matter what age, continue to look younger, healthier, and even 2 years later, she is maintaining her weight. Of course, Sharon is also here, who tried a lot of diets as well. So 10 kilogram loss on TNIT, struggling to lose weight for so many years, and now able to maintain easily. And now can even exercise daily with your parents. Yes, really, now can even be sexier. And of course, these are Sharon's parents. So when you transform, you don't just transform on your own. You also influence your loved ones, and those are the more important people, right? See, after TNIT, even up to today, and that was 2018, no? And up to today, they're still maintaining, not just maintaining, they're even healthier than before. And they can walk 10,000 steps, 80 flight of steps daily. Wow, that one also impressive. And they're already in the 60s. Yeah, imagine that. So definitely the best gift of health for your parents. And this is our latest testimonial. This is just now, remember, skinny fat. This is a good example of skinny fat because the rest are skinny except for the tummy. And only just 42 days, you can see the reduction in the tummy. And how much fat loss is that? 2.8 kilogram of fat loss. Okay. So that is why no more dieting. This is the solution. It's very simple. All you need to do is just follow the um, all the steps, the innovative products, the simple eating plan, and just staying active. So it is a lifestyle transformation that will transform your life in 90 days. And New Year is coming up, right? So this is really the best time, not just to uh, wait until New Year, but to start now because then the New Year will be part of your transformation. So I will leave a few minutes for you all to ask questions if you have. Yeah, really transform into nice Chinese New Year clothes. Since can increase to eight people gathering, right? So can meet more people. So anybody got any questions? Any comments? Anything to ask before I end off? So the take home, since no question. So the take home is very simple. So the take home is basically, yeah, no more dieting. No more dieting. It's all about lifestyle transformation. We're not here to just change our food for 3 months or few weeks or 1 year, but it's about transforming our life for the rest of our life. This TNIT 90-day program is just the beginning. Okay, so yes, everyone can do it with TNIT. New year, new us. By the time COVID is over, we can look super good on our vacation. Yes, that's a very good goal. So that don't wait until they open the border. Then I need to lose weight. So you start losing weight now, so that you can really look good for your holidays and vacation once we start to travel. All right. So thanks everyone. I really, really, really appreciate everyone joining us for tonight's session. Feel free to ask the person who invite you if you need more information, right? But trust me, if you're not started 1090, this is the best time to start, especially all the promotion. And of course, we've got all the best consultants to help you right here. All right. So have a good evening, everyone. Have a fruitful week ahead. and Merry Christmas in advance for those celebrating next week. Yeah. All right. Thank you and good night. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rodafi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.